your shot leads them off the line. Yolanda Neff to the right-hand side of her. This big, long start-finish straight as they head up onto the start loop. Evie Richards tucks into the right-hand side as well, the national champions colours of Great Britain, and they head onto this long climb for the first time.
We see Martina Berta, Richards, Neff all really got us good starts. Keller on the left as well. Risved's another good start as well. Henderson. Courtney as well, good start. We share a front row grid, but making the most of it.
It is Paris 2024, looms large on the horizon, and Olympic seasons, you can just see a little mix-up in the front of these races as riders try and peak in form at exactly the right time. Martina Berta then heads down onto the start-finish straight to complete the first start loop of 2024 and lead them out onto the lap.
So Keller just moving up, just trying to get that good position again for the single track. And it's that tight spot just at the top of this long climb here. And again, it's so rough. There's a chance that someone can slip, lose traction, and then you're going to lose maybe 2-3 meters. And it's those efforts now in the race that can make a big difference. They kind of catch up with you later on.
So far, Keller, Tumas Maxon at the front with Henderson, Risvez, Neff, Richards, all of them previous short track winners. Hard to pick a favourite yet on lap 2 out of 7. Keller just having a little check there, sees Risvez in second wheel, Henderson hanging in there.
And it's pretty rare you see them taking a drink in a short track, you know, it just shows how serious they're taking the heat today. And if that core body temperature heats up too much over the course of the 20 minutes or so, then literally the performance just drops like a stone.
There is Kate Courtney at the front of a short track race. Never won a short track World Cup, Courtney, interestingly.
Yeah, and last year in the short track races, no top 8 positions all year. Yeah, it's great to see her back at the front again and getting stuck in.
Looking good out front. Kate Courtney just tucks in. As I said, we saw that in the under-23 short track races. This one's starting to stretch out slightly now as they come across the line.
Yeah, and gaps appearing. And it's a big, big move by Kate Courtney. Evie Richards going with it, but this is serious.
Kate Courtney has decided to go here, and Mairiporã has a quick check, maybe just throttles off a wee bit. Is that maybe a bit of a softener upper?
I think it's a full move. She's going long, and I think it's causing a lot of problems for the riders. Sometimes someone will, they take a bit of a punt and go early, but actually they're not doing anything. The riders behind are just following. But in this particular case, the gaps are appearing. Evie Richards struggling to follow through on the pump track. Jenny Risvez, just hanging in there. Lecomte struggling a little bit, and you see now it's really, they're starting to labour now.
Absolutely cutting edge stuff on these cross-country race bikes at the minute. They're all still together at the front of this one. Courtney leads Richards, Risvez and Neff.
Yeah, and we see Lecomte, she can't follow. There was a gap there and she's struggling to close it. And Henderson just swinging on the back, struggling to close the gap. But I think the advantage of being in that front 5 in this pump track, and you see there's some real daylight now between these riders.
We've also seen Neff sitting in the wheel a bit, haven't we? Maybe she's just keeping as she moves, as I say that, alongside her teammate Evie Richards. Richards to the front now on the pump track section. Squares that corner off ahead of Courtney. Neff. They both went at the same time there. Neff just blocked slightly by Courtney over that roller, looking to get past the American as Richards cracks on at the front of this one.
And this is key. So Richards has got past it, now goes into quite a narrow section. If Richards can keep the power down, by the time they come on to the next gap, that gap will be Kate Courtney just puffing a bit now, just leaving the gap. Neff desperate to get through.
Courtney perhaps paying the price for those efforts at the front, but look at Evie Richards go at the front of this one. The British national champion, Trek Factory Racing, pushes on at the front, stands on the pedals, up the climb, and this is an attack. There's Keller round the tree behind her. Courtney's trying to pin her back. Neff hasn't got an answer for Courtney yet. Risved's just turning the gear behind Keller.
Be interested to see now if Richards can get this gap on the descent, make that grow a little bit.
Richards, a fantastic descender, coached by Tracy Mosley, one of the legends of downhill mountain bike racing at home in Malvern. She'll have no problem in descending these last couple of laps as she heads over the line to start the penultimate lap. Evie Richards checks over her shoulder, sees some daylight behind her.
And Courtney and Neff actually swapped words then. They had a little conversation. We see Keller panicking, going right round the side. I mean, that's a dodgy move, going around on the grass like this.
3 seconds on our timing screens. It looks like a lot more than that on our screens in the booth.
LeConte 9th coming across the finish line. Hayley Batten 13th.
Look at Richards go up that climb.
Keller's trying to react. I mean, this is a full effort. They're going long. I thought they would be a bit more cagey and they would wait for later on. But
we had sort of theorised that this may come down to a sprint, but Evie Richards, Yolanda Neff struggling now a little bit. The mouth opens, the shoulder's starting to rock a bit.
Sina Fry.
There's Blanc. Sevilla Blanc, 169 beats per minute. She has worked her way through. Richards is empty in the tank here. You see Oscar Size there, roaring her on. And there is the battle for second place behind her. Keller now getting passed by Henderson.
But Evie Richards now, what a move.
Yeah, on the pump track section, actually when her teammate Yolanda Neff went for it on the other side of Courtney, Richards managed to make the pass and maintain her speed on this very section. And now, on the final lap, she's through it for the last time. Evie Richards about to open her account in 2024 with what's looking like a convincing win here. 9 seconds ahead of Henderson on the last lap. Absolutely superb. Heads towards the line. There's no one behind her. Evie Richards opens her account for 2024 in some style. The Britain wins in Mairiporã, the UCI short track cross-country World Cup. Rebecca Henderson is second. Alessandra Keller has spent fourth and third. But the plaudits will go to Richards. A superb attack. Perfectly judged. Unmatched. There's Risford. Kate Courtney crosses the line. What a ride by Courtney as well. The big instigator of that early attack that split the field has caused chaos today. Tiptoeing her way onto the top step. Evie Richards, there was nothing tiptoed about that performance earlier on today. Richards, champagne time for Richards, Henderson and Keller.